If you can't do this movement for 30 seconds without your form breaking down, your body is breaking down faster than you think. Lizard walking isn't some trendy fitness gimmick or military training leftover. It's one of the most underestimated primal movements that can completely change how you look, move, and feel while rewiring how your body functions from head to toe. Most people see it and think it's just another crawling exercise, but what really happens to your body when you start doing this consistently will surprise you. Let's break down what transforms over a 30-day period and why this ground-level movement might be the missing piece your body's been desperately waiting for. The first thing that changes is your shoulder stability, and this matters more than you think. Your shoulders aren't just for lifting weights or reaching for things. They're the foundation for every upper body movement you make. But here's the problem. Most of us have shoulders that are about as stable as a house of cards in a windstorm. Years of desk work, poor posture, and repetitive movements have created shoulders that compensate instead of stabilize. Lizard walking forces your shoulders into a completely different role. Instead of hanging loosely at your sides, they have to become load-bearing pillars, supporting your entire upper body weight. This isn't like doing shoulder presses or lateral raises. This is functional stability under real pressure. Your rotator cuff muscles, those small but crucial stabilizers, have to fire constantly to keep your shoulder joint centered and strong. Your serratus anterior, the muscle that keeps your shoulder blades flat against your rib cage, gets worked in a way that no traditional exercise can match. Research shows that closed-chain exercises, where your hands are fixed to the ground, create significantly more shoulder stabilization than open-chain movements. That's the difference between having shoulders that look strong and shoulders that actually function like armor plating. After just 2 weeks, you'll notice your shoulders sit differently. They'll feel more solid, more connected to your core, and that nagging shoulder tension from sleeping wrong or sitting too long starts to fade away. But stable shoulders are just the beginning, because now your core has to step up in ways it never has before. A lot of people hear core and immediately think about crunches and planks, but lizard walking builds what I call combat-ready core strength. This isn't about flexing your abs in the mirror. This is about creating a rigid, unbreakable cylinder around your midsection that protects your spine under real-world conditions. When you're in that low lizard position, your core isn't just engaged, it's fighting for survival. Your rectus abdominis, obliques, and deep transverse abdominis all have to work together to keep your spine neutral while your arms and legs are moving independently. It's like trying to keep a bridge stable while traffic moves across it from both directions. But here's where it gets interesting. Unlike planks or dead bugs, lizard walking forces your core to stabilize while you're actually moving. This creates what researchers call dynamic stability, the ability to maintain core control during movement, which is exactly what you need for real life. Studies indicate that crawling patterns activate deep core muscles more effectively than traditional static holds. That translates directly to better posture, less back pain, and a midsection that actually protects your spine instead of just looking good in photos. Now, you're going to want to stick around for the third benefit, because it targets the one area that's probably causing most of your daily pain without you realizing it. Here's where lizard walking gets really interesting. It completely rewires your hip mobility in ways that sitting in stretches never could. Tight hips are the silent assassin of pain-free movement. They're the root cause of lower back pain, knee problems, and that stiff-legged shuffle you do when getting out of bed in the morning. The lizard walking position puts your hip flexors through a range of motion they rarely experience in daily life. While one leg extends back, stretching the hip flexors, the other leg flexes forward, mobilizing the glutes and posterior chain. But this isn't passive stretching. This is loaded mobility under tension. Your hip flexors, which spend most of their time shortened from sitting, get a sustained stretch while having to work to stabilize your pelvis. Your glutes, which have probably been asleep at the wheel for years, suddenly have to fire up to control your leg movement and keep your hips level. Consistent lizard walking has been shown to significantly improve hip extension and flexion range of motion. That's the ability to bring your leg forward and push it back behind you, fundamental movements for walking, running, and basically every lower body activity that matters. But why should you care? Because that's walking upstairs without your hip catching. It's bending over to pick something up without your back screaming. It's the difference between moving like a rusty gate and moving like you're built for performance. Now, while lizard walking delivers incredible results on its own, it works even better as part of a complete movement restoration system. If you're ready to address every area where your body has been breaking down, not just your shoulders and core, I've developed the rewired body blueprint for people who are tired of moving like they're decades older than they actually are. This complete 5-week protocol combines primal movement patterns, targeted mobility work, and nervous system reactivation to reverse years of accumulated stiffness and compensation. You can grab it through the link in the description below. But before we move on to the next benefit that everyone will love, the fourth change happens in a place most people never think about: your thoracic spine. That's the middle section of your back, the area that gets locked up from hunching over computers, phones, and steering wheels all day long. Lizard walking forces your thoracic spine into extension while supporting your body weight. This creates a sustained stretch through your chest muscles and anterior shoulder capsule while strengthening your upper back extensors. It's like getting a deep tissue massage and a strength workout at the same time. When your thoracic spine can actually move properly, everything else falls into place. Your neck stops compensating, your lower back stops overworking, and your breathing improves because your ribcage can actually expand properly. This isn't just about feeling better. Research shows that improved thoracic mobility is directly linked to reduced shoulder impingement and lower back pain. One movement pattern addressing multiple problem areas up and down your entire kinetic chain. Now, here's the benefit that transforms everything else. Your coordination and body awareness reach a completely different level. Lizard walking demands what researchers call contralateral coordination. Your brain has to coordinate opposite arm and leg movements while maintaining balance and stability. This cross-pattern movement lights up neural pathways that have been dormant since you were crawling as a baby. It's like reactivating your body's original operating system, the one that was designed for complex, multiplanar movement. Your proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space, gets a massive upgrade. Every step in the lizard position forces your nervous system to integrate information from your visual system, inner ear, and muscle receptors all at once. This enhanced body awareness carries over into everything else you do. Better balance, quicker reflexes, and that effortless coordination that makes all movement feel smoother and more natural. There's also a mental component here that no scientific study can fully capture, but everyone who masters this movement understands. Staying low in that lizard position when your shoulders are burning and your core is screaming builds serious mental toughness. You're training your mind to stay calm under physical stress, to push through discomfort, and to maintain focus when everything in your body wants to quit. That's a skill that bleeds over into every other aspect of your life, whether you're dealing with a tough project at work or navigating life's inevitable challenges. But knowing the benefits isn't enough. Doing lizard walking correctly takes some finesse, and this is where most beginners get tripped up and quit before the magic happens. So stick around, because I'm about to show you the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. The most common mistake is trying to move too fast, too soon. This isn't a race. If you're scrambling across the floor like you're late for something, you're missing the entire point. The power of lizard walking comes from controlled, deliberate movement with perfect form. Start slow. Focus on keeping your hips level, your core braced, and your opposite arm and leg moving in sync. Speed will come naturally as your coordination improves, but rushing the process just reinforces bad patterns. Another major error is letting your hips sag or pike up too high. Your body should form a straight line from your head to your heels, just like a moving plank. If your hips drop, you lose the core engagement. If they pike up, you're not getting the hip mobility benefits. The third mistake is neglecting your breathing. Many people hold their breath during lizard walking, which defeats the purpose. You want to breathe steadily and rhythmically, using your breath to help stabilize your core and maintain focus. For beginners, start with just 10-15 steps forward. Rest, then 10-15 steps back. Focus on quality over quantity. As you get stronger and more coordinated, you can increase the distance or add time-based sets.